Good evening, dear students. Today I am going to discuss about control and coordination. Control and coordination. Control and coordination. All living organisms all living organisms respond all living organisms respond and react to various stimuli. To various stimuli. All living organisms, both plant and animals, both plants and animals, who respond and react to various stimuli. So what are the various stimuli? Various stimuli like heat, touch, sound, light, etc. Light, heat, touch, or pressure. So these are the heat, touch, sound, light, pressure. These are the stimuli. On these stimuli, every organism, plant and animals, respond and accordingly they react to these various stimuli. Suppose, for example, taking away our hand, suppose here is a hot object. Taking away our hand when touching a hot plate. Suppose here is a hot plate. Hot plate is the stimulus. Hot plate is the stimulus. Taking away our hand from the hot plate. So taking away our hand is the respond and react. Hot plate, we feel the hot is the respond, and accordingly we show our react to by taking our hand. So react is taking our hand. React, taking away our hand. This is the react, and the stimulus is hot plate. Then, but all living organisms, plant and animals, respond and react different stimuli, but in different ways. Animals and plants respond and react stimuli in different ways. Why they so in different ways? Because of plants do not have nerve system, while animals have nerve system, have nerve system. Plants do not have nerve system, but animals have nerve system. So that is why they are respond and react to stimuli is different from each other. Next, coordination and control and coordination in humans. Animals like humans. Right on. Control and coordination in animals like human beings. Now we are going to study control and coordination in animals or human beings. It is brought about in all animals. It is brought about in all animals with the help of two types of main system, two main systems. The two main systems are, first system is nerve system and another is endocrine system. First one is nerve system, second type is endocrine system. These are the two main systems where all animals respond and react to different stimuli by the help of nerve system and endocrine system. At first we have to study what are nerve system and what are the function of nerve system, then endocrine system. We have to first study about functions of nerve system. Right. What are the functions of nerve system? Right on. Functions of nerve system. Functions. Nerve system. To receive information from an external environment or stimuli, from external environment. To receive information from an external environment or from various stimuli. First function of nerve system, to receive the from external environment or like heat, temperature, cold, pressure, touch, etc. These are the stimuli. From this stimuli, nerve system receive the information from these stimuli or from these external factors. Secondly, to receive the information from various body parts. To receive the information from various body parts. Firstly, suppose there is to receive the information from an external environment. Suppose here is a hot plate when we touch, suddenly we taken our hands from the hot plate. The hot plate is here is the external environment or it is the stimuli. From these stimuli, we get or we receive the information through our nerve system. Then, to receive the information from various body parts, suppose hot plate, we touch hot plate in our left hand. In this part, we get information or we receive the information through the nerve system. How? There are sensory nerves or sensory neurons are present, receptors, the sense organ is skin. Under the skin there are receptor or special cells, receptor cells are present and receptor cells are connected with the neuron or sensory nerve cell. Then the message or information is transferred from the stimuli to our body parts and then our nerve system. Last, to act accordingly through response through muscles, different glands. To act the respond and accordingly act through the muscles or different glands. Suppose when we touch the hot plate, then the hotness of the stimulus is transferred to our nerve system like a brain or spinal cord. Then brain informed through the motor nerves, which is the effector to the muscle cells of our eye, so that this muscle, which is taken our hand from this hot body. So to act nerve system is act accordingly through muscles and different glands. These are the functions of nerve system. Again, then further stimulus. Write down. Stimulus, the change in environment, or within dream or within dream to the reaction. To change in environment or within bring to the action. Then every change in the environment, right? Every change in the environment or within bring to the reaction. Suppose there is a hot plate. This is the environmental change is hot. So this is the stimulus. Then what is the response? We respond the stimulus. We respond the stimulus. So the response, the reaction of our body to this reaction. The reaction of our body, the reaction of our body to these changes or to these stimulus, to these stimuli or to these to these changes or to these stimulus. According to the stimulus, we react them. So this reaction is called response. So taking away our hand from hot plate, so taking our hand, this is the response. So stimulus is or change is hot plate. According to the hot plate, the reaction of our body is taking our hand away from the hot plate. So this is the response, and the stimulus is the hot plate. According to the stimulus, we have to react or respond then. According to the stimulus, we have to respond or react then. According to the stimulus, then response will be according to the stimulus. Then how do we detect that we are touching a hot object? How do we detect? How do we detect that we are touching a hot object? How do we detect when we are touching a hot object? So right now, our sense organs are present all over the body, like hot or touch. They are sensed by our sense organ is skin. So receptors are sense organs. Receptors are sense organs. Then here is the receptor or sense organ is the skin. The receptors are sense organ, which is the skin. Again, similar receptors also photoreceptor or eyes. Another receptor is ear, inner ear or ear. Another is olfactory, which is olfactory receptor, which is nose. Then is gustatory receptor, which is tongue. What are their function? Inner ear, hearing or balance of the body. Photoreceptor or eyes, what are the visual stimulus. Skin is touch, heart, pain. This is the response of skin. Touch, heart, pain. Olfactory receptor nodes, smell detection. This is the response of smell detection. Olfactory receptor nodes. Gustatory receptor, which are present in tongue, taste detection. Taste detection. These are the schematic. Receptors are sense organs. The receptors which are present in the sense organ, suppose sense organ eyes. There are photoreceptors or specialized cells are present in the eye who are called photoreceptor. Skin, dermatoreceptor or dermatoreceptors. Skin. Under the skin, there are receptors are present. Olfactory receptor, which is present in the sense organ nose. Gustatory receptor, which are present in the tongue. So, what are the functions of receptors? Where our sense organ sense some stimuli, then it is transferred to receptors. Then receptors are connected with the nerve cell or neurons. Then through the neurons, this is interpreted or messaged or informed to the nerve system through neurons in the form of electrical impulse. In the form of electrical impulse. So these are the sense organs, and the receptors are present respectively sense organs. Then, how do we detect that we are touching a hot object? Suppose the hot object is touched by our skin, then under the skin there are receptors are present. These receptors, then this stimulus to the neuron cell or nerves. Here, first sense organ. Again. Here, first is sense organ. Sense organ detects the stimulus. Then it is then to receptors. The receptors, what are receptors? Receptors are the specialized cells, group of cells, which are present in the respective sense organ. So, beneath the skin or under the skin, there are receptors are present. The hot stimulus is transferred to receptor cell. Then receptors are connected with the neurons or nerve cell. Neurons. The neurons are interconnected to each other. So, through the neurons, this message is transferred to nerve system. Nerve system. Through neurons to the nerve system in the form of electrical impulse. Electrical impulse. Again, suppose here is the hot object. Here is the hot object. Then our sense organ is skin. When our sense organ skin is touching with the hot object, then this hot stimulus is message to the receptors. Then receptors are connected with the neurons or nerve cells. Nerve cells are interconnected to the throughout our body. Receptors, from these receptors transfer to neurons, but through neurons transfer to nerve system in the form of electrical impulse. So this is how we can detect any stimuli like a hot or a cold or any smell, any visual impairs, all that. Again, the neuron. What are neuron? Neuron are nerve cell. Nerve, nerve cells. What are neuron or nerve cells? Nerves or neurons are main three parts. Main three parts. First one is dendrite, cell body, dendrite, then it's axon, then it is synapse, where nerve endings. Nerve endings. So, cell body or dendrite, where information acquired. Information acquired. The function of a dendrite, information acquired. Then axon, information is transferred from dendrite to synapse. So synapse, it is the gap between two neurons where the message of first neuron is transferred to second neuron in the form of electrical impulse. Synapse is the gap between two neurons where message is transferred from first neuron to the second neuron in the form of electrical impulse. Next, the diagram of neuron or nerve cell. The neuron, this is the cell body, it is the nucleus, this is the axon, this cover is called myelin sheath or myelin cover, which is made from protein and fat. This cover is the protective layer. Again, these are the thin branches like structures are dendrites. This is the completely cell body. This is the nerve ending. This is the nerve endings. So when message dendrites are connected to the every receptors of our sense organ. Suppose here is the sense organ, our skin. Below the skin, our receptors are present. These receptors are connected with the dendrite of a nerve cell. The dendrite of a nerve cell. So this hotness, hot is suppose hot we consider hot here in this case is the stimulus. This stimulus hotness, which is skin to receptor and receptor to dendrite, dendrite to cell body through action, then it is transferred to nerve endings, where it is a gap between another neuron cell is connected. Here is a gap. This gap is called synapse. This message, the hotness message is when it is at nerve endings, then there is a chemical secretion. This chemical convert it into an electrical impulse. So through the electrical impulse, the information is transferred from the first neuron to the second neuron, where the gap is synapse, through the synapse in the form of electrical signals. So that is where the impulse or message which are transferred from one neuron to another neuron in the form of electrical signal or electrical impulse. Again also, we have the second to third neuron, similarly dendrite to cell body through axon, then nerve ending, to third neurons through the synapse in the form of electrical impulse. So from this, below the skin organs, the sense organs, the receptors are present, and the receptors show one neuron cell, then another neuron cell, another neuron, right up to spinal cord and to brain. So that is why the message or stimulus is informed to our nerve system through the neuron cells in the form of electrical impulse.